So I'm about to take a bit of a risk because I'm about to tell you a story about my mother-in-law, but I promise, Pam, I promise, all good. You see, I had a coffee with my mother-in-law not so long ago, and she told me she had a suggestion for me, something that I could improve on in the business. I'm sure my face had that look. You know the look when your mother-in-law gives you a suggestion? Where the smile came. That's great, Pam. I'd love to hear it. But it turns out it was a really great suggestion and something that I felt like more women need to hear. So I'm going to share it with you today. My name's Tricia Veldhausen, and together with my husband Randall Smith, back in 2006, we started this business, Churchill Education. I had Ellie at the time, our second child. She was 3 months old. She was in a hammock in the corner and I was typing and working and feeding and taking calls and all those things that we do as women. And together, Randall and I kept working until we'd developed the business that it is today. My mother-in-law said to me, listen Trish, I've been over your website. And I thought, oh my God, she's going to give me website advice. She's 78. Luckily for me, it wasn't quite about the tech aspects. She said, you know, I've been thinking about it. All over your website, you talk about Randall and you talk about recognizing his skills, but nowhere do you talk about your skills. And frankly, I think it's time that you started. Women need to hear from other women. We need to hear about talking about our skills. And I think more needs to be about you. This wasn't Randall's business. This was something that together you created. It was one of those moments where it dawned on me that my mother-in-law might be right. She's actually been right a few less times than that, so it's okay, Pam, we're all good. But I started thinking about it. You know, she's 78, and I say that in an admiring way. And she believes more, I think, in our generation than what we possibly do. In fact, there's research that shows that of the women starting up businesses in Australia, the older you are in the population, the more likely you are to believe that more women are starting up, that more women have got this potential, more women have got something really great to offer. Well, here at Churchill Education, when we help people get recognition for their skills, we see less women actually obtaining their qualifications. They're able to, they're not necessarily taking the next step. So we had a chat as a team and we decided that we want to change that. So we're working a lot harder on helping women see themselves and the value of the skills that they bring. You'll hear stories of other women who have graduated. In fact, Leonie has been putting together some great case studies, great stories of women who've been succeeding, who've been brave enough to have their skills recognised, been brave enough to put themselves forward. You're going to see me putting myself forward a little bit more, talking about the things that I've learned, the things that I know, and being your cheerleader as well as my own. And along the way, I'm sure that my mother-in-law Pam will be cheering for you as well as my mum, also Pam. How mad is that? Two mothers called Pam, who has worked at Churchill for a long time and continue to cheer on the women that we work with. So if you're thinking and wondering to yourself, what are my skills worth? Is it worth having a look at myself and my career and how could I do the next thing? Have I been talking enough about what I've achieved and putting myself as a priority? Well, we're ready to have a chat with you. So give any one of us a call, 1300 793 002, and keep an eye out for the stories we'll be sharing. I promise you, they're going to be gold.